Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tracy with JDL Threads and thank you for joining me today. What I have for you today, if you guys can remember back to my previous video, is I made this note not design today on the back of my shirt. And remember, I told you guys that I was going to also put a design on the front of the shirt as well, because I wanted it to be a double design shirt, just to show you the different ways that you can go ahead and decorate your garments. So this side was heat transfer vinyl, and guess what guys, I'm gonna do this front side the same design with rhinestones, because why not, right? All right, so the materials I'm gonna need, of course, is my t-shirt. I'm going to need my rhinestones. I'm gonna be using my wax pen, some parchment paper, my KTM mask, which I always forget to mention, but I have several of my sheets that I'm going to be using. And then you guys, I'm also going to be using my design template, which, yes, I am still practicing on making my rhinestone templates. And guess what, you guys, I'm getting better. You know what they say, practice makes almost perfect. So guess what, you guys, I'm getting there. So we're going to go ahead and put this design onto the front of my shirt. Okay, we're also going to be needing to press it some kind of way, and I will be using my Walla heat press from Heat Transfer Warehouse. And we're also going to be needing this little rhinestone brush. That's what it is, a rhinestone brush to brush in our rhinestones. Okay, so if this is your first time here, thank you for joining me today. If you are returning, welcome back. And subscribers, hey everybody, and hey to everybody who's decided to join me in this video. So let's head on over to the table and we're going to just start brushing in these stones, you guys, and see how amazing this shirt comes out. All right, everybody, so I'm at the craft table now, and so we're just going to go ahead and get to blinging out this design. But before I do that, this is the second cut that I made on my Cricut Maker 3, right? Let me show you guys the first cut that I made, because the very first cut that I made, I turned up the pressure a little bit because sometimes a lot of my circles wouldn't get cut out, so I figured I needed to turn it up, and I think I had it on about maybe 325 pressure, and then I turned it up to 350, and guys, this was my results. Do you see how horrible that looks? OMG. All these over here, it just cut up the flock and just lifted all the dots up off of the flock before I could even get them out. So let me just pull that up and show you guys what that looks like. Do you see that? It was just a total nightmare, if I will say so myself. A total nightmare, you guys. Now the peeled out at the bottom, it came out all right, but the nope up here, oh, it was just very off, right? So I did turn my pressure back down to 340, put it somewhere in the middle. Instead of 325, I made it 340 and not 350, and then it gave me out this really nice cut here. Now there are just a couple of dots that still didn't cut all the way through, but overall I'm very happy with that. And then right here on the peopled, right, let me see if I can't get that in the camera. Right here on the peopled, do you guys see that right there? This one I had them a little bit too close, so it didn't cut those all the way, but I'm still practicing and I'm a work in progress, you guys. And yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along, and I'm getting a little bit better each time I do it. So let's go ahead and get these stones in. Now the first part that I'm gonna do is the nope and the peopled out, which is the inside of the design, and also peopled out has an outline, and I'm gonna do that in gold. The knot today is going to be green, just like it is on the vinyl part of the shirt. And then the all is going to be in gold. So the all and the outline of Peopled Out is going to be in gold. The Not Today is going to be in green. And the Nope and the fill-in Peopled Out is going to be in black. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just start blinging out the black, you guys. I'm going to start blinging out this black. So I have my black, I think you say it, Juno Hot Fix rhinestones that I did get from AliExpress. It was a nice bulk size, and I do try to catch them when they're on sale. But even when they're not on sale, you guys, you still get a whole lot for your money. So these are all the way super black, and we're gonna go ahead and rub these in. And I should have had me a piece of parchment paper underneath just to catch my loose rhinestones that might try to get away. That way I can just go ahead and lift them up on the paper. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, then one more thing I forgot, you guys. Always forgetting something. My little scooper. Forgot my little scooper to go ahead and put my rhinestones back in the bag once I'm done with each color. I think I'm going to just turn my parchment paper to the side. That way you can catch it on both sides of the paper. Like that. Yeah, it's coming out really looking pretty good, you guys. Looking pretty good here. Just going to keep rubbing. Keep rubbing them in. Gonna brush these over to the side over here, and we'll just throw those back in the bag once I'm done. All right, and I think that's pretty good. You always want to just make sure that you have all your holes filled, they're right side up, and that you don't have any sitting on top of each other. So like this one here is flipped over, and a couple of more. So, and some of these here, we're just gonna flip those back over, see if we can get them in better with the brush. Yeah, that came out better. And then any missing ones, like these here, we're just gonna go ahead and take our rhinestone pencil, wax pen, and go ahead and put those in. But for now, we're gonna head on down to the bottom down here, and I'm gonna rub in Peopled Out, which is also going to be black in color. Just so very easy, you guys. Oh, that one came out really, really super good. Right? Then I'm just gonna take my wax pen and fill in those holes again that did not get a stone. And then we are gonna check it to make sure we don't have any stones sitting on top of each other. And then I'll be back to go ahead and put the KTM mask on top of the sheet. See you in a bit. Okay, everybody, and with that, the first part of the design is done. So that's Nope and Peopled Out, which is showing in our black Hot Fix rhinestones. And you guys, this black is really giving off a lot of shimmer over here. Let me just hold my camera up so you guys can catch this peopled out, right? Do you see that? Nope and peopled out. So all we're gonna do is I'm gonna take the KTM mask now, and we're gonna do what with it? We're gonna take the backing off and we're gonna fold it like a taco, and we're gonna stick it down so that we can get our rhinestone stuck onto the back of this plastic. See, it's like a taco, and we can get it ready for the heat press. So again, like a taco, and we're just gonna taco it down like so. Bam! And some of them did move up. We got one that flipped over, but it's all good. We'll just go ahead and get the wax pen, and we're gonna flip this guy back over right here. Where are you, you little stinker? Let me go ahead and get my tweezers so I can lift that up, you guys. All right, so I do have my tweezers, and I'm just pretty much gonna lift up my KTM mask off of the flock, find the one that's turned over, pick it off, and let's see where it goes here, because I'm not sure. Oh, right there. And I'm just gonna set it right back in there, and voila. I'm just gonna give it a little press over, and then we are gonna lift it up to release the stones on the back of our sticky KTM mask. And look at that, you guys. They're pretty much all coming up. Yay for me. Got just a few more over here. Wow, that's really nice, you guys. So I'm just gonna put my backing on, my temporary backing, so it can hold it until I get ready to press. And look at that, you guys. There is the first layer. Nope and peopled out. All right, so let's go on, moving right along to our gold layer, which is going to be the all and then the outline for peopled out. So here again, we have our gold Hot Fix rhinestones, and this one is called Topaz. Again, as you can see from the Juno store, AliExpress. I am going to just go ahead and put my parchment paper back underneath. This one I haven't used yet, so I'm gonna cut a little slit in the bag, and we're gonna pour them in right at the top. And I think this is going to be a really nice contrast to the black. Ooh, I lost the black guy there. Ooh, I lost Snow. He's gold. Let's bring him back over here. All right. So all we're going to do is pretty much the same thing, except we're just going to use the top layer of the flock this time to rub in the gold for the all with the hearts. That looks pretty good. Looks like it filled them all in mostly pretty good. So I'm just going to take my wax pencil and just drop those last few in there. All right, so we got them all filled now. Then I'm just gonna glance over it and check to make sure that I don't have any sitting on top of each other. And I do see one right here that's sitting on top. So I'm just gonna lift that one off. All right, and that looks good. So I'm just gonna get another piece of my mask. I'm going to use this one. It's been used quite a few times, but I think it still has a little bit of sticky left to it. Oh, but first let me go ahead and remove my parchment paper out of the way. So I'm just going to slide that back over this way. I'm going to put my little tray here. I'm going to make my parchment paper in the shape of a taco, just like I did the KTM mask. And then I'm going to drop my extras back onto my little tray. Whoops, and it looks like I got quite a few on the table this time, you guys, trying to do it and watch the camera. So I'm just gonna take these and dump them back in the bag like that. And I'm gonna get these extras that fell on the table here. I'm gonna just rub those back. Onto my little scooper. Right, looks like I got them all. And then again, I'm just gonna pour them back into the bag. It's that easy. All right, then I am going to do the same process. I'm going to get my KTM mask that has a piece of sewing thread on it, so I'm going to take that off. Now hopefully this one picks them all up as good as the other one, because this one is a kind of older sticky piece. So we'll see. Like a taco. Hope you guys can see that. Like a taco. And we're going to lay it down. Then I'm just going to give it a light rub. And I'm going to proceed to lifting them off. And what do you know? That came off all pretty good. Every last one came off. So I'm going to lay it on my temporary sheet. And there is layer number 2. So then I'm just gonna flip my template over and I'm gonna do the gold outline for People Out, since we have the gold out right now. So we're gonna brush those in. Whoops, some extras in the bottom of the bag. And it looks like my bag has a hole at the bottom. So I'm just gonna put them all in this extra bag, shake them out. And I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, and I am back, you guys. I recovered my rhinestones into my outside plastic bag. And I just put a little piece of tape over my inside plastic bag, and so I'll probably throw those back in the bag in a sec. But we're just gonna go ahead and rub in this outline now. And it looks like I need a few more. So let's just add a few more in there. And it seems like the more you add on, the better that they rub in. That's what it seems like to me. Now, you tell me if your experience is the same. Alright, then I'm just going to rub away a lot of these extras onto my parchment paper. And I'm going to fill in the empty holes and the ones that are turned over with my wax pencil. So let's do that. All right, that looks good. So I'm going to just glance over it really quickly to make sure I don't have any doubles. And oh, right here, there are 2 holes that did not cut out. So I need to just lay 2 stones right on top, no problem. Easy fix, look at that. And that looks good. Now I'm going to take my next piece of KTM mask, which also has a few pieces of embroidery thread on it. I'm going to fold it like a taco, and I'm going to place it down. And give it a nice rub. And then I'm going to lift it up, and as you guys can see here, I do have like some of my embroidery thread got into the KTM mask, so when I pick it up, I'm just going to get that out because I don't want those to get stuck and transfer over on the shirt. Beautiful. So I'm going to take my tweezers and just pick that thread out. That's one. Where's that other one? Here we go. This one is being a little bit more stubborn. There we go. Let me just move that back over there. And then we're just going to take our white backing cover and we're going to lay it down. I'm going to flip it over, and just like that, layer 3 is done. Oh, and looks like, guys, I have like 2 that are missing here that I didn't catch because the holes didn't cut all the way out. So I'll just have to remember to go back and place 2 extra ones in there when I get ready to press. And then last but not least, we're going to go ahead and press in. Not today. So let me go ahead and put my parchment paper underneath. That one, I want to have it in green. So I'm going to take my emerald greens. I'm going to pour them right over my template, like so. And then I'm going to rub them in. Got a straggler down there, so we're going to pick him up with the wax pencil and just put him right back at the top of the list. Then I'm going to rub them off. See if I can't get a few more in this Y. That looks good, you guys. That looks really, really nice. Now I'm gonna what? Check for overlapping stones, check for missing stones, check for upside down stones. Got a missing one right there, one that didn't cut so good. And then over here in the knot, we have a couple where the hole didn't go all the way through, so I'm just gonna sit some right on top. No biggie. There you go. Give it one last quick glance, and I see I have an overlapping one right here and one right here, so I'm going to get those off. All right, I am going to what, everybody? Slide my parchment paper out from underneath the bottom. Oops. And with that, I just lifted a couple stones, so let me put those back in there. Gonna fold my paper over like a taco, and I'm just gonna lay them back on my tray so that I can pour them back into the bag. Just like that. Got a few that fell down here, so I'm gonna put those back in the bag. And I am going to get my last piece of KTM mask, stick it on the top. And then guess what, you guys? I am going to be ready for press. So I'm gonna peel it off my carrier sheet. I'm gonna what? Fold it like a taco. I'm gonna let it lay down so I can lift them up. I'm gonna rub them in, give them a good little rub. Then I'm just gonna lift my sheet right up. And so nice. All the green ones came right up, you guys. So I'm gonna lay it flat. I'm gonna put my backing over so it can hold it in place until I get ready to press. There you have it. All 4 layers are now pressed. Excuse me, are now transferred over to the KTMS. All right, so I'm just gonna let my heat press warm up to 350 degrees and we'll be back so we can get this shirt pressed out. Okay, everybody, so my heat press is just about warmed up to 350 degrees. So what I'm going to do is, since I already have the one side of my shirt has vinyl on the back, I'm going to lay a piece of parchment paper down for that side, and then I'm going to lay my shirt on top of the parchment paper and give my shirt a good press. Let me first give it a good lint roll. All right, then I'm going to push in my platen so I can give it a good press. About 6 seconds for a good press, you guys. That should be good. I am going to fold my shirt in half, but I don't want to fold it too much because, again, my heat vinyl is on the back. And I don't want to get no permanent press up in there. So actually, you know what, guys? I'm not going to fold it at all. I'm just going to look for this here sign, the make sign right here on the t-shirt, and I'm going to give it a good eyeball. That's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to start with the first layer. That I stoned out, which was the nope and the peopled out. I'm going to pick that all the way up off my carrier sheet. Try not to let it stick to each other. I'm going to fold it in half so I can find my center on the sheet. And then I'm going to try to line that up with the center of the tag on the shirt. So let's see here. That looks good to me. We got a little lint or paper or something on my carrier, so I'm going to get that off. It should be fine because it's not in the design. All right, so that looks good to me. Actually, that is way too low. So I'm going to lift that up real slow, and I'm going to try that one more time. Just putting it up a little bit higher. So I'm going to slide my shirt down. There. That looks better. That looks better for me. Uh-oh. 2 of my stones flipped over in that process. Right here. So let me just go ahead. I'm going to take those out and I'll put those back in once I do my first press. So I'm going to just lift those off. And remember that they go in that O. I'll put those back in a minute. All right, so that looks good. I'm going to push in my platen. Make sure the back of my vinyl is covered up pretty good back there. And I'm gonna give it a press for a good 10 seconds. All right, I'm gonna pull my platen out and I'm gonna peel back my carrier sheet, and that is beautiful. I'm gonna right away put my other piece back on my carrier sheet so that it doesn't get any more debris on it. And then I'm gonna put these two little black ones back in the old. So I'm just gonna sit them up here, use my tweezers, flip those over and put them back in place, you guys. It's just that simple. One goes there and one goes there. Whoops, where'd you go? One goes there. All right, then I'm just gonna push that back in. I'm gonna put my parchment paper on top, and I'm just gonna press that for about 5 seconds just so I can get those last two to hold. That should be good. Let it up. Take my paper off, my parchment paper, and those are stuck in really nice. So now I'm gonna do layer number 2, which is going to be the not today. Not today, people. So I'm going to pick that one up and I'm going to just lay that one in right inside my offset. And you guys, I can't see, so let me take my glasses off. Let me pull my shirt down a little bit so I can fit that in where it is supposed to be going. Ooh, that is nice, nice, nice. I got it lined up real good this time, y'all. I am so proud of myself. All right, I'm gonna put my parchment paper back in on the top. And I'm gonna give it a press for 10 seconds. I'm gonna take my parchment paper off. I'm gonna remove my carrier sheet. Beautiful. I'm feeling like I should have did a lighter green, because up close I can kind of read it, but I think if I did the lighter green it would have stood out a little bit more. But it's all good. It's all good. So I'm gonna go ahead now and put in my all and my peopled out. Got a few little extras over here from where I need to fill in my outline. So I'm gonna take those out. Uh-oh. My heart done got a little bit moved around there. So there we go, fix that. Gonna put in all. And I'm gonna go ahead and give that a good press. I was gonna try doing both together, but it's not gonna work out. The one is gonna get pressed on top of the carrier sheet and not the shirt, so that's not gonna be good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do them separate. All right, and that one is up. We're gonna move out our sheet out of the way. And our last and final layer is our outline for the peopled out. So let me pull that out so you guys can see. When I tell you I'm so proud of myself, I got my outlines real good this time, y'all. I got everything real good. It's just a few missing on the sheet, but I'm gonna go ahead and fill those back in. So I'm gonna push it in one more time. And I'm gonna give it a press for 10 seconds. I'm gonna lift it up. Woo! Looking good, y'all. Looking good. Only thing I will say again is that I think I should have did a really lighter green. I thought this darker green was gonna show up better on the shirt. And you can really read it really good if you're really close up, but not really so good if you're not so close up. That's okay. So now I'm just gonna take my wax pencil here and I'm gonna go around and fill in those ones where the stone did not get put on the template from when it didn't cut out. But that's the easy fix. We're just gonna sit them right in there, everybody. I think it was 3, so let me give it a good look. Oh yeah, there's the last one right there. And I'm gonna push it in. I'm gonna put my parchment paper back on the top and I'm gonna give it a press. And I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna take a look at it. And all the stones are on there good. And actually, you guys, I'm really thinking that you can see it. Let me get my glasses back on here so I can see. You could really see the nope. And the not today. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back in and I'm going to make another outline to go around this nope, a gold one, so I can get that to make it stand out better, since I did so good lining that up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that fixed and I'll be back. Okay, everybody, so I did go back and did a little something extra to the stones around the not today. I decided that I wasn't gonna go into Silhouette Studio and go ahead and make another design around the nope. So let me show you what my crafty mind came up with to make that design stand out better. Now, all I needed to do next time is I tried to put a green on green, and I thought that that green would pop out on this green shirt, the darker green rhinestones, but it probably would have been better if I used the lighter green rhinestones to give it a better contrast. But no worries, let me show you what my crafty mind came up with. So, ta-da! This is the reveal, and what I decided to do was just I went back in and I just hand placed those stones around the not today to try to give it to make it more stand out a little bit more than it was, because it just was falling so flat into the nope, in my opinion, when I did not have the extra gold around. So this is what I came up with, you guys, and I think it looks really, really nice. I think it looks much better, and I think it makes it stand out a little bit more better. So you just always got to know when to make a few changes, when to pivot, when to make something a little bit better. And guess what? Again, if I had just put a little bit lighter stones up in there, it would have came out better the first time, but I think I fixed it pretty good to make it stand out a little bit more. So what do you guys think? Do you think it made it stand out a little bit more? Comment a little bit more in the comments if you think that putting the gold around the knot today helped a little bit more. All right, guys, and as you can see, this was a template that I made myself, guys. I am so proud of myself because guess what? I am learning how to do this better and better every time I go in and make a design. So let me show you guys this one more time. I think it came out really, really beautiful. All right, and again, my name is Tracy with JDL Threads. I want to thank you guys for joining me in my video today, and I will see you guys in the next video. And also, oh yeah, remember for me, like, comment, share, subscribe, so we can keep getting those videos out into the algorithm. And I'll see you guys next time.